unwritten commitment between the government and the soldier is, the soldier says during war, I will lay down my life for the country. And what is the unwritten commitment on part of the government? That you will look after me and my family. When I am alive and when I am dead, you will look after my family. I will sacrifice my life. That commitment is under strain. That's my point. It's not pay alone.
I do agree that. But in the 6th pay commission, I think that the parity is maintained among all the cadres. But in fact, during the lecture, he also mentioned something about Saddam Hussein question, that he is giving more important.
No, I just gave an example. How? So don't say we should turn Saddam Hussein. I am not for a moment suggesting. I am a Democrat. I want to remain democratic. I don't want the army to come into power. There will be more chaos, I can tell you this much. Civilians will do a better job, people like you. That's my bottom line. But then, give the army its dignity and honor first. Give its pay due, along with the bureaucrat. Don't discriminate by saying you are doing a second-rate job, so you keep down below. Right? Give him that say. Give him that izzat. And then, without all that it's happening. Okay. Okay, now Afsa. No, sorry, you can't. Let me answer this Afsa.
One suggestion I have.
No, not later.
Instead of
Santosh, not now, please.
One suggestion.
No, not now. Please sit down. Please sit down.
Doctor, personal
Please sit down.
I can say that at least minimum everybody should vote.
No,
that is what I think.
Right now, please let him.
Good. Afsa. Now I don't want to take too much. I'll just give you one example. Why is Armed Forces Special Power Act is being brought into force? First question. When police fails, the army doesn't look IS duties. You know what IS duties means? My hands are tied. You know how I train my Jawan? When I train my Jawan, I tell them shoot to kill. That's a training for the army for 20 years. Then when we go there, first we tie his hands behind and then say don't shoot. Wait. Let the other chap shoot you first and then tell him don't get killed. You know, the option to get killed is not given to him. So if you don't get killed, now shoot back and try to kill him. Is this the way it should function? But this is what the army is doing in all the insurgency areas. Aberrations are there. You know, when I don't sleep for 10 days, when I am given an arm, when I am 10th class pass, I fire and then some aberrations take place. But then don't generalize it. Then the army takes the first step. There are human rights activities who instead of lauding 99 acts will catch hold of one act and Settlement will come and then make big noise on the TV as if she is the upholder of the entire democracy. Why doesn't she take a rifle and go and why doesn't Swamiji Agnivesh go and tell them don't lay down your arm, come down to talk? So let us not talk. Now having said this, the police fails. And when the army goes, all that army is saying, we should have the special powers of search. You know, when you go there, the enemy is not presenting in front, he is hiding amongst the civilians. I have chased enemies with 2,000 people, 2 of them hiding. I have done 2 nights. I know how difficult it is. And then, when that thing happens, we take him, we interrogate him, to get more intelligence. And within 48 to 72 hours, we are supposed to hand back. We don't keep him. We can't keep him in our custody. That is all what we are saying. And in case a firing takes place, you have seen many firings now being brought on television. Some human rights violation takes place, we tell them first we will take action, we will investigate. And if there is anything wrong, there are enough people to point out, say something is wrong, then they will take action if you think this, we have done wrong. That's all what AFSA is all about. Now I bring you back to the other side. Are you aware there is an act called Jammu and Kashmir Public Security Act or PSA, Public Security Act of 1978, Jammu PSA Act, amended in 1987 and 1990, if I recollect the dates correctly. You know what the Public Security Act says? The police have unlimited powers to arrest anybody at any time. Right. Second, the police have powers to detain him for unlimited time in jail without framing a charge sheet. That's it. Which is the draconian? The Army AFSA or the J&K PSA? Why nobody is talking about J&K PSA? And when 1990, when they amended the PSA Act, they made it more draconian. They say the Jammu and Kashmir government can not only keep people in custody in their own state prisons, they can do it anywhere in India. If they don't like to keep it in Rajouri or in Jammu or Kashmir, they can take it to Trivandrum and keep it without trial for a many number of years. This is Public Security Act 1990, which is draconian. Armed Forces Special Power Act. Both are bad. The Public Security Act is worse than Armed Forces. Both are bad. Given an option, we should bring back normal security where police should take over. At the drop of the hat, they hand over the situation and then make it politicized. Oh, army is doing it, we want it back. Imagine Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister, 500 people take him to the place, he can't move in his own state. The army is guarding the entire area, then he goes there. The army is totally unhappy doing this job. This is not our primary job. Our primary job is in external border. Let the police take over. We want the police to take over, relieve us of this 10 to 15 years so that we can concentrate on our training. This is army stand. But then if you ask us to do it, then please don't tie our hands and then you don't even give the police powers. Police have failed with their powers and then say we won't give you powers but take hand. But that is being very unfair.
Sir, just one last question. Is this J&K PSA, has it ever been used?
They use it day in and day out. The Supreme Court has said this is the most lawless law. Supreme Court has said this. And yet we are continuing with it. But very few people know about it. Then everybody targets armed forces. At the top of that, armed forces, withdraw. Go and see what is the PSA Act is about. Read it. I only got the gist of it. Right.
Sure.
I do not know what are the fields, but I only given you the main gist. So, if you want the army to do the police job, give lesser powers than the police. That's all what the army is asking. Take away the powers of the police and then say go and do it. I think it's a very unfair thing. Right. Thank you very much. I'll just read out what I have written as my conclusion. These 2 lines, please pardon me. Where is that? Just pardon me for 30 seconds. For a government which believes in employing, I am not saying which government, for a government which believes in employing denial, delay, evasion and diverting attention as problem-solving tools, even in most critical areas. If the government is going to evade, divert, delay, and say we are doing problem-solving tools, I am afraid civil-military relations will have no meaning. That's the first point. The second point is, it has a meaning for the public because national security is involved. So the government may take any view that we have no meaning for civil relations. But the public, as you and I, have sanctity of this relation because our security, our freedom, our integrity, our national sovereignty is at stake, which is a very costly effort to do it. Thank you. And I must also read the last one paper article. I don't want to say who it is. It says the government has surrendered governance. Today's paper. I have changed a little bit so that I don't sound very dramatic. The government has surrendered governance to Babus. I am not saying. It's a paper article today. The government has surrendered governance to Babus or Babu-like politicians and outsourced politics by half backroom boys. Mr. Yogendra Yadav, read this article in Times of India. Thank you and God bless. Wish you all the best. Jai Hind.